welcome back to my channel. Sorry it is so loud. Running laundry right now is a terrible idea. It's been a minute since I've talked about any board games or games in my life, but I've actually been playing quite a few new ones, and I am by no means a board game expert. I actually really just started getting into them like a year ago, but because my roommates and some friends of mine are really into them, I get a lot of access to new games and different games, and I get to play a lot. So I have 4 games that I have played recently that I am a big fan of, and I want to spread the love with you guys. All right, so before we get started, if you like this kind of video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out, as well as subscribing. That helps me out the most, so you don't miss out on any content like this in the future. And let's get started. Okay, I should probably save the best for last, but I love it so much, we're gonna start off with it first, and that is Unstable Unicorns. So this is a card game and it is so much fun. So I have probably played this the most out of any of them because we've been playing this at least once every single weekend since we got it, because it is ridiculously easy. It is like on the same level of Love Letter easy, if you've ever played that, or Loot Letter, where the instructions are on the card. You literally just need to play one round, not even one game, just one round, and you're like, okay. How in God's name? Okay. The deck is pretty big. There's lots and lots of cards in here, and part of the fun of this game is getting to see all the different cards because they are so funny and so cute and just ridiculous. It is so fun and goofy and hilarious. If you want just a really easy, fun party game that you can play with like any age, play with your parents, play with your younger siblings, play with your friends. I have just gotten nothing but joy out of this game. Like I said, I've probably played this game a dozen times now, and we're still finding new cards that are either super cute or super hilarious. It's just such a joy. And this is the instruction manual, so if you want to get a sense of like kind of the humor and what you're supposed to do. Build a unicorn army, betray your friends, unicorns are your friends now. That's funny. Okay, and this is an empty box. This is my roommate's, and she threw everything in here into her other Carcassonne box. This is the Princess and Dragons expansion pack, right? Just Princess? Yep, The Princess and the Dragon expansion pack. Carcassonne, super popular, extremely easy, and really fun. This expansion, it comes with a few extra tile pieces, but also a few extra actual wooden character pieces. The wooden character ones are the fairy, and that just if you have the fairy you get extra points, and the dragon one. And the dragon is what's crazy. That dragon will seriously destroy you. That is just such a insane game changer and so anxiety inducing. And then it comes with the princess tiles are all right. Every time we've played with them, like nobody utilizes them that much, and I don't want to say they're not helpful, but they're no fairy and they're no dragon. Like it's not super exciting. And then there's just these portals so you can kind of move your meeples between them, which also is like useful, but it's no dragon. That dragon is crazy. So if you have an opportunity to come across the expansion pass for your Carcassonne, I would 1000% reach for it. So I'll have to put up visuals for these next two because we do not own them. They are games that friends brought to us, but the first one is Codename, and we got the like spy edition, adult edition, definitely adult edition, and it is so dirty. If you have a big group of friends, then this game would be a big hit at. We had about 10 people, maybe 12 people, and that was, to me, seemed to be the perfect amount. It's kind of like Battleships, but with words. And I kind of showed bits and pieces of it in my latest writing vlog, so I'll leave a link to that down below. Basically, you have a ton of words out, and they are just random. Some of them are dirty, and some of them are like horses or potatoes, and you have one person from each team who's trying to get their team to select certain words. And if they select the right words, then you get a point. If they select the wrong words, that could potentially be getting the other team points. It's really stressful if you're the person trying to direct everyone on your team to picking the right words. It is tense, stressful. And if you're mildly dyslexic, sometimes it's hard. Not as cute as Unstable Unicorns, but it's one where everybody can get pretty heavily involved. And especially if you have like the dirty adult version, then it's obviously really funny. And then we're down to one. If you've seen my last board game video, you know that me and my roommates are a big fan of Scythe. It's pretty much all strategy, takes a long time to play, has a ton of rules, and it's not straightforward how to win. Terraforming Mars, which is a game that my friends brought over, is very, very similar in that aspect, except there's actually a little bit more luck involved because there's cards, so certain cards will give you certain actions that you can take, and then obviously it's the luck of the draw when it comes to that, but there's a lot of different ways in which you can earn your money and victory points and resources. It took a long time to kind of like establish the rules and get those down. Aesthetically, I also thought the game was hideous, so I was kind of like, oh god, I don't think I'm gonna like this one very much. I actually was kind of trying to like steer people more towards playing Scythe, but everyone wanted to try out this terraforming game. And you know what? It turned out to be such a blast. It took us about 3 hours to play the whole game. And it was one where like the first round, or they call it, you have multiple rounds within a generation, and then you have different generations. Finishing the first generation took forever. And so you're kind of like, oh my gosh, it's so slow paced. I'm gonna die before we finish this game. And then before you know it, everything's happening at once and it starts getting crazy and you just gotta like go. It's one where everybody's kind of doing their own thing. There's not a lot of sabotaging other people. You can kind of see where everyone else is at, but just because someone is ahead doesn't mean they'll stay ahead by the time you reach the end and are counting up all of the victory points. Definitely had a learning curve, but I wouldn't say any more of a severe learning curve than Scythe. If those kind of slower paced, more intensive games are your jam, Terraforming Mars is a good one. I legitimately want to play it again, even though it is a very ugly game. Alright guys, well that's all I have for like the latest and greatest games that I've been playing lately. Leave a comment down below if you have any more game suggestions, because we're like always on the lookout for some. And again, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any board game videos in the future. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!